Here to talk about the Browns and talk about Cleveland. We got from Dog Pound Daily on the line right now. We have Steve DiMatteo joining us. Steve, thanks so much for taking time. I know you're at work, man. How's it going?
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me on.
No, absolutely, without a question. I mean, this is a team that, in my mind, made a step, not even a step, a big giant leap in the right direction last year. And they can definitely make some more moves to try to get even a little bit better right now. I mean, is that kind of the same opinion you've got right now?
Yeah, I think so, and I think that's kind of the prevailing thought around Cleveland. When you say a big step forward last year, they put some pieces in place, like running back Peyton Hillis was probably the biggest find of last season because for the longest time the Browns didn't have a quality running back, and you can see what it does to the team, especially in the AFC North. That's what they need to compete. They need a good running back who can play some smash mouth football, and then they need a solid defense, which is the next step. But as any team goes, they need a solid quarterback. They need a starting quarterback, and they're hoping that Colt McCoy can be the guy. If they want to take a bigger step forward than they took last season, it's got to be him, or they're going to have to rethink the entire strategy again in 2012. So that's going to be the biggest question mark this season. Is Colt McCoy going to take that next step and be the starter for 5-6 years down the road, or are they going to have to maybe leverage one of those first-round picks they have to move up and try and get someone like Andrew Luck?
We were talking about this last year right around the same time when Colt McCoy, he got drafted. People were wondering, all right, is he going to make a difference? Is he going to make a roster? Is he going to be the guy? And now we're talking about him possibly being a starter. I mean, you say a lot of people are hoping it, but is it actually going to happen? Is there a possibility of him being the starter? I mean, I know from a Patriots fan perspective, we saw him have one of his better games against the Patriots just last year.
Right, and I think that's what he brings to the table, and he under the right circumstances he can do that every single game. It all comes down to the system that he's in, and I think what bodes well for him this season is the fact that the Browns are switching to that West Coast offense. He thrives in that type of offense. He's not necessarily a deep threat. The Browns don't have deep receivers anyway, but he might be able to thrive in that sort of offense, which that they're moving to. That bodes well for the entire offense, for him especially. Now, he has those intangibles that everyone talks about. He has a very strong leadership quality to him. He had those Camp Colt practices during the lockout, which a lot of players were really excited about. They all came. They all bonded pretty well, it seems. So, he has those leadership qualities that you need in a quarterback. And he, at times, like in the Patriots game, he can play to a very high level against a very good defense.
Where do the Browns kind of stack up against their competition inside their division?
Well, it comes down again to seeing what the young guys can do. At this point, I'm not sure anyone really knows because the one half of their entire defensive line are two rookies. So Phil Taylor and Jabal Shears. So no one really knows, what they're going to bring to the table. In addition to the fact that the Browns are switching to that 4-3 defense. So there's so many things in play that it's pretty difficult to even kind of think, what can the Browns bring. Now, I'm not going to say that the Browns are, going to win the division this year or anything like that, but I think they're going to be competitive. I think they can especially compete with the Bengals, but, like every year, it's going to be a real dogfight among the Ravens and Steelers. It's you hope that you can, the best thing you can hope for in those types of division games is that you can split. You got to win the games at home. And, the Browns traditionally play pretty well at home, and hopefully this year they can hold their own. But again, it comes down to, will the young guys be able to step up? Will the receiving core, full of young rookies and guys who've yet to prove themselves, will they take it to the next level? Will the defense play as well as it can? Will guys like T.J. Ward and Joe Hayden from last year who played so well build on that? If that happens, I could definitely see the Browns, almost splitting their division games. Now, I don't know if they'll be able to take that second spot, because I don't think they can win the division. But who knows? It's out there. It's possible. But a lot of stuff has to happen.
Excellent. Hey, Steve, great talking with you. Really great talking with you. And, I know you're at work, so we'll definitely let you go. But we're going to have to catch up again soon, especially once the season gets going. That cool with you?
Yeah, great. Definitely.